3 words, can't be done. Alan Reynolds says it can't be done. You can't pay for health care for all, essentially sticking the tab to only a few. A tiny sliver of rich folks already paying more in taxes. And with health care, a lot more on top of that. In one of the best single pieces I have read on just this subject, Alan, in today's Wall Street Journal, adds up all the tax increases coming for the rich. And then he has the audacity to go back in history to cite case by case the times we tried to do the exact same thing and fail miserably. Again, each and every time. With me right now is Alan Reynolds. He is author of Income and Wealth. He's a senior fellow at the Cato Institute. And man, this guy's a great writer. Alan, good to have you.
Great to be here.
So you just crunch the numbers away and you hit really what is, talk about an urban legend, this view that you hike taxes and you instantly get a lot more money doing so. You don't, do you?
Well, in particular, there are some taxes that raise money, but trying to get it out of the top group who are already facing high tax rates, are already paying more than half of the, by top group, I mean over $250,000 for a couple. That never works, and raising the top marginal tax rate doesn't work at all. Basically, the individual income tax brings in about 8% of GDP. It goes up in booms and down in recessions. That's about all you get. Doesn't matter if the top tax rate is 70% or 28%. It matters for the economy, but it doesn't matter much for revenues. That's about all we can squeak out of them.
All right, but we've got a whole 10-year plan here on what we're going to get out of soaking the rich.
Yeah.
And we're going to rifle through some of these here. I got to watch my language here because everyone says when we use terms like that, we're inciting violence. But I think we get the idea. That, you know, you hike the Medicare tax, you're looking at $210 billion. You hike the top 2 tax rates, $364 billion. You hike a tax on dividends, a little more than $100 billion. Limit deductions, $500 billion. $1.2 trillion. Doable?
No. Look. People react to this. They can hold municipal bonds. If you're a 2-earner couple, you can become a 1-earner couple. If you're being taxed higher at the individual rate than the corporate rate, you simply form a C corporation and hide some of your money in the C corporation. There's all kinds of ways. If rich people were foolish enough to just stand there like sheep and get shorn, they wouldn't be so rich.
That was a good line, by the way. But you know, go ahead, Alan.
No, and there's a lot of academic studies, and I cite a bunch of them, which really prove this. It's basically at high-income groups in particular, and the higher the income, the more sensitive they are to it. If you push that marginal tax rate too high, you can actually end up losing money. That seems to be true only for people over, say, $500,000. But that's where most of the money they're counting on is from. The 200, 250, 300, there's a fair amount of change there. But even there, they'll be lucky to collect half what they expect they're getting. And the figures suggest that above that level, they'll be lucky to collect a dime.
Wow. Well, it's very good stuff, and it's a very good piece. I recommend everyone read this today because it's a thinker. Alan Reynolds, very good having you.
Thank you.